These beats though. That's right. We're starting off real chill tonight, folks. Hilarious, actually. Anyway, hi everybody. I know you guys are like, what the fuck is this dude doing right now? Just doing some last minute, you know, checkups on little techie stuff and all that. But yeah, welcome back to another episode of Phantasy Star Online Blue Burst. If you're wondering about the music, this is the song we left off on last night. Or rather, the song that was like just about to start playing as last night's stream ended. I thought it was a great way to intro today's stream, so... It's called Event the Bass. So it's a cutscene song, basically. It's a cutscene track called The Bass for Sonic Adventure 2. I believe this one plays when Amy rescues Sonic from the military prison, as well as when Rouge meets up with somebody around the same time on the Dark Side story. Something like that. I can't really remember right now, but... Anyway. Get back into the grind. The late Sunday night grind. Ooh. We got Barry and a cord. I wonder if anybody's looking at the fishies today. No luck this time. I was like, I wonder if, you know, obviously I'm talking about Lantis. I wonder if Lantis is zoning out with the fishies to this music right now. This music would be perfect for that, wouldn't it? Alright, there's a chill start to our stream. And now we're going in. I'll put those away later. Right now, I gotta tell this Hildy Bear to shut up, Baker! That's the name of this track. When Sonic and Shadow first meet and fight each other. No, that's not where they first meet. It's where they actually fight. The second time they meet. In the middle of the green jungle. Oh fuck, I forgot to kill the door guy. Shit. Oh, this has happened before. It's salvageable. We got this. Oh god, they're all coming. Try to reset them real quick. Most of them anyway. He slid along the wall. He caught up. Or he kept up. Easy. Easy. Easy dodge. Of course, almost forgot the glove. this is the music for when you're going into the Canon's Core, right? Yeah, cooperation for Canon's Core version 2. The most hyped part of the whole game. That game is so well fucking done. It was janky as fuck, gameplay and mechanic-wise. Nowhere near as much as future entries, of course. And, you know, definitely an upgrade from Sonic Adventure 1's change. By a long shot, like it was way better than that. But, you know, far from perfect, but the story was goddamn amazing. It was super hype. I still gotta watch the Sonic 3 movie, because I heard it's, well, I mean, I could tell by the cliffhanger at the end of Sonic 2 that it's gonna be heavily inspired by Sonic Adventure 2, so... Maybe I'll watch that... Maybe I'll watch that sometime this week. Maybe tomorrow, actually. I might have some free time tomorrow, maybe. More likely it'll be next weekend, though. I do want to watch it before I start my little Sonic marathon, though. Which will be after we finish PSO2. But that's a long way off anyway, so... I got plenty of time. I still gotta finish... I'm on the final episode of PSO2, and then I still have to do all of NGS to whatever the current story is at, so... It'll be a while. Really good grinding music, man. Oh, right after I said that it's over. Sped up! So I think that version of the song, I wonder why it's spread out across the album. Because that version of the song plays during the Knuckles and Rouge part, I believe. Everybody pitches in, obviously. This is the part where Sonic does his bit at the very end. Because everybody takes turns contributing, right? And Sonic does his bit at the end. Going hella fast, obviously. Being all heroic, getting everybody to the finish line. Like, seeing everybody cooperate like that is one of the best, like, fan service moments ever. That's why this game's finale is, like, one of the best. Or rather, yeah, because it's so cool, it makes the whole game, the game as a whole, one of the best is what I meant to say. Yeah, maybe I had it wrong. I guess not. Whatever, it doesn't matter, I gotta go. I think the previous track plays for pretty much everyone else's stage except Sonic's. Yeah, maybe it wasn't just a Knuckles and Rouge part, but I think it's also for Eggman and Tails' segment as well. If I remember correctly, Canon's Core starts with Tails first, then Eggman, then Knuckles, then Rouge. Might be getting them mixed up, but it's been a long time, so. And then, you know, Sonic does this part. And the boss fight right after this is Shadow. Here all the ending. You only get to hear that in the soundtrack. Because in-game it just loops forever, so you don't get to hear that little finisher right there.
He's pulling his cock out!
Go ahead and take over, Ultima. Take over, babe. Cover for me. This is a cozy late night stream, so... Perfecto! Nice! I got reimbursed for one of the many that I've used. I'm trying to actually save up quite a few for when I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure yet, but I'm thinking about doing a story playthrough. Bluebird's version of the story, which is the multiplayer, like, story mode. That we did on the sandbox mode. Or on the sandbox account. I'm thinking of doing that, but on this account, of course, with this character, when I get really close to level 200. So I think maybe when I get to 198 or 199, I'll do, a playthrough of the main story on every difficulty I have yet to complete it on. Which is actually all of them. And maybe that'll get us to level 200. Maybe I'll get to 200 before I even finish the last playthrough, I don't know. Depends on how much EXP is needed for that last level. Oh, that's gonna bother me the rest of the night. Fucking speck of dust got on my goddamn glasses. Alright, good thing Ultima's covering. Let me see if I can get this real quick. I think I got it. Here's the lobby. Nearby just in case, but That fucking finisher, dude. You don't get to hear that without the actual soundtrack, man. In-game, it just loops forever. Even if you go to the soundtrack to listen to it deliberately in the game's menus, it just loops forever. You don't get those. You don't get to hear the little finishers unless you actually bought the soundtrack or listen to it on Spotify now. Ah, yes, the aftermath. A sad and bittersweet ending. Again, that's the thing, man. Like, listen to this. They did such a good job with that game. The soundtrack, everything, like, it makes you feel something, man. The feels. Like, the immediate retcon in the very next game with Sonic Heroes does kind of kill it a little bit. At least before that game came out, the feels at the end of this game is, it's real, man. It's strong. It's a feel strong moment, man. You know, the little Pepe, like, smiling, but he's crying, with the tears coming out, like, he did it, man. He's no longer with us, but he did it. He saved all of our asses. That game so many times, the whole cutscene is playing out in my head right now. It's making me choke up. Oh shit. What's happening to the game? The instrumental version. The credits plays for most of that cutscene where that music was playing just now. But then, right at the end, this kicks off again. The version without lyrics. They send the game out with a bang, musically anyway. And the whole ending was pretty climactic and dramatic. Pretty good. though it's labeled instrumental, there's still obviously some vocalization for some reason. It's kind of odd. It's like they couldn't edit out the chorus part or something. For like certain parts, you know? Like that. Maybe they didn't make a separate track for it. They didn't make a separate audio track for this part, I guess. So it got permanently merged with the instrumental. They're too lazy to edit it out. They're like, yeah, just leave it in. Hold on to one edge. Just one though. Not two edges. Just one. Fucking hyperpoggers.
Son of a bitch.
Here we go, Sonic Heroes. I said the wrong thing earlier. It doesn't retcon what happened. It just, you know, patches it up and makes it, you know, slightly less impactful. By definition, it's not really a retcon. It doesn't go back and change something in the timeline. Just kind of says, oh hey, they're actually alive, they made it! Plot armor! Oh shit!
Son of a bitch.
Hell yeah, dude. Give me 1 second. Where the hell is it? Okay, here it is. Gotta make sure this is in the right spot. There we go. you something special. Well, we made it to that magical number, level 180. I say magical because Lantis informed us last night that it allows us to put on the red ring. No, not the flowing sword, the red ring. From Red Ring Rico. You get it off her dead body when you kill Dark Pulse. I mean, it's implied you rescue her and she survives, but just wanted to, you know, get a little dark there. Now this game may not be as, like, the story may not be as badass as Sonic Adventure 2's was. It's still a pretty decent game though. Sonic Heroes was pretty fun. Just like the previous two games, it had some jank to it, but it was still fun. Has one of the best final boss themes too. It doesn't just reuse the main theme of the game. I like that, you know? This soundtrack also doesn't have anybody else's theme. It just has Team Sonic. Gotta find those on YouTube as well. Actually, I think this one has... The only one that's missing, I think, might be Team Rose's. I think Team Dark and Team Rose have... Their theme song is missing from the soundtrack for some reason. But Chaotix is... It's there. And Sonic's, of course. Maybe they had licensing issues, I don't know. I think the biggest weakness this game probably has that I don't actually know, I'm just assuming, that I assume made some people not like it as much as the previous game. Besides the story not being quite as, like, you know, like off the wall and high stakes. Because, you know, Sonic Adventure 2's story is basically like a modern Fast and the Furious movie. A modern Fast and Furious movie, meaning like the later movies. Because of how crazy they get. This one's a little bit more toned down, but I think it's also the fact that you basically just play the same game 4 different times. Like, all 4 teams or whatever just do the same stages. They just do them slightly differently, but... It's the same exact stages in the same exact order, same with the boss fights. So it probably gave off that vibe of just being a little bit more phoned in and formulaic, overly formalized, I guess. And some of the new mechanics they tried were a little jank too. So I was like, overall, yeah, it's not as good as Sonic Adventure 2. I can acknowledge that. I still like it though. I still enjoyed replaying Sonic Heroes quite a bit. They brought back collecting Chaos Emeralds as through bonus stages instead of making them part of the story. But then the final boss of the game is still locked behind, like, the actual finale of the story with the final boss is like locked behind getting them all. I thought that was kind of dumb. I didn't have trouble collecting the Chaos Emeralds, thankfully, but like if I would have been upset at that. I was like, I think you shouldn't do it like it's one or the other, you know? It shouldn't be both ways like that. Like, if you're gonna make the Chaos Emeralds be locked behind seemingly optional bonus stages, tying them into the story at the same time feels kind of tacky. I don't know. Maybe people didn't have a problem with that. I have mixed feelings about it. I think if they're gonna play a role in the story, it's so important that they lock the final boss behind it and the actual finale, like the actual ending of the story, then they should just be part of the plot line rather than something you have to collect through a bonus stage. It's not like it's the first time they did that. Like, Sonic 3 was the first game to do that. You don't get the final boss or the true ending unless you know. And you get it unless you get all the Chaos Emeralds before the end. Through bonus stages. Oh wait, yeah, this is Team Rose's song. Never mind. For some reason I thought hers was missing. Yeah, I remember the lyrics. This music kicked ass, man. Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes had peak soundtracks for the series. The music was poggers. Speaking in all these fucking Twitch memes and shit. I gotta be careful, I'll be saying that shit at a family gathering one day. If I don't watch it, how many times I say shit like that? People have made memes about that, but I bet it's accidentally actually happened to some people. You know? Here was a family just like, oh, that's super poggers, and they're just like, what? What the fuck, bro? What the hell did he just say? What the hell is poggers? Two more levels, folks, and we're halfway there. You know, the second half will actually be quicker than the first. Some people might be like, no way, you know, like...
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Think about it. The first half, we were collecting gear. For a good chunk of it, we were not only getting gear, but playing through the story very slowly. And then even after the actual grind started, we were killing a lower level version of the dragon that gives less EXP. Until we became powerful enough to actually defeat the ultimate difficulty dragon. So we were getting less XP per kill, basically. The kills took longer. We weren't even grinding this dedicated for like the first 20 to 40 levels because we were just playing the story. which is very slow EXP. So yeah, the second half will be super fast compared to the first half. It'll definitely take less time to get to 200 from 182 than it took to get from level 1 to 182, even if it is the halfway point, because of everything I just said. So even though we're technically not at the halfway point yet, EXP-wise, in terms of real time, we're pretty much there. We're almost done. We're in the second half for sure. We're already in the second half of the grind when it comes to time. Also because we're taking full advantage of the EXP events. Something else I wasn't doing when I was playing through the story as well, so. Oh god, dude. Hold on. I gotta get past these guys first. Not gonna let this guy fuck this up. Okay. Kill that? I'm about to. Oh god, hold on. Forgot not to do it on this menu, I gotta do it on my actual stream preview. There we go. Like, bruh. Account created December 10th of 2020. Been Jack. Get the fuck out of here. I opened up my chat for 2 seconds when not playing TSO2. Fucking bot comes in. bonus stage music for stage 1. There's 2 acts for every stage, just like in the old school Sonic games. The stage 1 bonus was just to get like, I think it was just to farm extra lives, continues and shit like that, nothing much. Only the Act 2 bonus stage, which has different music, was for the Chaos Emerald. Great stage. Okay, which one is this? Yeah, this is just the first one. Yeah, the Emerald Challenge is coming up way later. I will say, I did like that you could get all the Chaos Emeralds with any of the teams. If you somehow got to the end of the game without collecting them all, you could go... The easiest way to farm whichever ones you were missing was to use Team Rose, since their stages are half the length of everyone else's. This Team Rose was basically meant to be the tutorial / easy mode playthrough. And Sonic was like medium difficulty, and Dark was hard difficulty. And Chaotix was unique. Mission-based gameplay. Objectives and shit. It's by far the most annoying one, but yeah. At least it wasn't fucking fishing like Big the Cat. Fuck that shit. Yeah, it did suck. There's always that to fall back on, right? At least it wasn't fishing. this is unrelated to this game, but for PSO2, I believe I said I was gonna take Tuesday off because this next Tuesday in a couple days, because they were having maintenance way too early for when I stream. Like the servers are gonna be down by the time I even get close to being able to stream, so I won't be able to, right? But then this happened, so I guess I won't be taking Tuesday off. Because it lined up perfectly with the EXP event week that we're doing right now on Affinia, so I have content for Tuesday. This. I know. It's like, this is content?
You suck!
Technically, yeah. Honestly, it reminds me of the old days of Twitch, the early days of Twitch, when like the most there was really to watch on the platform. It was a very small community back then. It was pretty much either speedrunners grinding out, you know, trying to get a world record on some game like Resident Evil or something, which was basically like watching this. It's just anytime I'd watch any speedrunner, I would just, you know, you'd see them reset over and over as they were trying to perfect every little segment of their playthrough, right? Or it was like League of Legends, and that was it. The old school days of Twitch. Like around just over 10 years ago. A lot of League of Legends. A couple esports tournaments for other games, but mostly League of Legends. Carried this platform. Along with speedrunning niche games like that. Well, Resident Evil is not niche, but you know what I mean. Back then, most of the audience pretty much just watched for... That was back... Yeah. Most of the audience back then was watched just to see, like, players that were really good at, like, their favorite game do something amazing. Like speedruns or challenge runs and stuff like that. And then it slowly evolved into becoming a little bit more friendly and easier to get your foot in the door for someone like me who's just more of a casual player of, you know, video games and is more about like the entertainment value rather than being like really hardcore at a game. Being like really hardcore badass at a game. Platform went more mainstream and it became, well, the taste for the audience became more mainstream. That's just more about entertainment now. Whether it's someone being really good at a game, which still gets quite a big audience, or someone just being really entertaining and funny, which now also gets a big audience. I think it was around that time when it started becoming more like, when it started to get easier to get your foot in the door as just being entertaining, rather than having to be really good at a game, basically. That was around the time I started catching an interest for streaming. When it was all like speedruns and competitive games, obviously I wasn't interested because I was just like, eh. I was like, I think if I streamed, I would just do exactly what I'm doing right now. That's what I thought to myself 10 years ago. But my life was very different back then, so I didn't really, I didn't consider the idea seriously. I had too much other stuff going on. I never stopped planning to come back to my old YouTube channel though. And even 10 years ago, I was still thinking about how I would do that. And it wasn't until I finally settled on wanting to become a streamer about 5-ish years ago when I was dipping my toes into it, 5 to 6 years ago, that I decided that's how I would bring back my main YouTube channel. But I only want to put like the series, like the franchises, I should say, the video game franchises I'm most passionate about on that channel, and then the rest will go on the VODs channel instead. Which I think the VODs channel is already over 1,000 videos. I didn't want to bloat the main channel like that. Especially because there might be some people who watched me way back in those days, like the Maple Story days, the non-commentary Maple Story and Resident Evil days from way back then, the early days of YouTube, when everybody was forced to do 15-minute videos or less. There might be some people from back in those days that might get nostalgic and go back to check out my channel or something, and if they're flooded with like 1,000+ fucking videos, they might not even remember if they're looking at the right channel anymore. Especially since I changed the name of it and everything. I rebranded it. Thankfully, it's not a playlist, but like one of the featured little like segments you can put on the homepage of the channel or whatever. You can set it to show like your most popular videos, and on my main channel the most popular videos continue to be the ones I uploaded way back then, the old school Maple Story stuff. So anybody who clicks on the channel will just see those right on the front page immediately and be like, oh yeah, this is the right channel, from like, you know, fucking 20 years ago. Hasn't been that long yet, but it's getting close. Let's say from like between 15 and 20 years ago. Yeah, the soundtrack does have all the theme songs. I went too... okay, no. I wasn't looking, I was like, shit, did I shoot too soon? Almost. What the hell? Mercy!
Dylan!
Mercy says, Wingman Hero.
Son of
Paging.
a bitch.
Wingman Hero. Your YN0117 donator is waiting in Vadra0123. Wingman Hero. Yeah. YN0117 is Eleanor's model number, I believe. If you guys remember the story of this game. Eleanor, that is her name. That's her model number. So there's a Rakasiel. She's basically the Rakasiel character class. The default Rakasiel is Eleanor. That's a Rakasiel waiting in Block 1, Lobby 23, I guess. To give something, I guess, maybe? Maybe give a gift or something to Wingman Hero or whatever? Go get your prize, Wingman! I like the name. Go get your girl. Oh my god, I remember this fucking boss fight. It was just a repeat, basically, of one that happens earlier in the game. I forgot there's 2 boss fights in the entire game that are literally just a copy-paste of each other. It's just a huge enemy rush. Kill a fuck ton of enemies. First one's called Robot Carnival, I think. In the casino. The second one happens in the haunted castle near the end. It uses the same music though, so we won't hear that track again. I do like... This is Rail Canyon, I believe. The boss fight for this region, as well as the first boss in the game too, for the ocean stage or whatever at the beginning. I do like that they took ideas from their Game Boy Advance games, Sonic Advance. I believe it's starting from the second game, where they started making running battles. I think that was very on brand for Sonic games to have running battles. Boss fights where you're running instead of just, you know, kind of like this where you stand and then maybe you dodge or jump around and that's it. It's much more on brand to have a high speed like action chase and have that be the boss battle basically. And they do that in Sonic Heroes because they saw that it was popular. It did well for Sonic Advance 2 and 3, I want to say. I'm pretty sure 3 did it too, but I can't remember. I believe Sonic Advance 1 and 2 came out like in parallel with Sonic Adventure 2? Oh wait, no. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 were on the Dreamcast. Then Sega abandoned the Dreamcast and abandoned the console wars forever. And that's when they went to Nintendo and made Sonic Advance 1 and 2. And then ported over Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 to the GameCube at the same time-ish. Once they surrendered the console wars, basically, they gave in. They got out. Kind of like Xbox, so they're being very subtle and slow about it. They've been slowly migrating the Xbox library. Not really migrating, but making it accessible on PC, basically. They're sunsetting the Xbox. Oh shit, we're just past an hour. Dude, I got so carried away rambling and yapping like I usually do. But this time so much so I didn't even realize we crossed the 1 hour mark, so. It'll be the last kill of the night. Hey! Oh, that guy actually hit me. What an asshole. You bastard! Hold on. Before we get out of here, I said I'm gonna do some inventory management real quick. There, all done. Alright. Let me get the hell out of here. And I'm kind of curious. What are we gonna walk in on? I think they're gone already. Or they're so far away that I didn't hear their characters load in. Oh wait, they said block 1, didn't they? Oops, I went the wrong fucking way. I'm in the wrong block. I'm low-key curious about this. I'm being nosy. Oh right, change blocks, you do talk to them. Brain damage. Transport, block 1. Oh shit, I'm in... Okay, yeah, they're gone. There's no one here. Whatever was happening, it already happened. Yeah, we moved to block 1 and nothing happened, so... Whatever went down, we'll never know now. Ah, alright. This lobby's a bit of overload. There's just too much going on over there. But you get at least, you know, a beautiful view of Regal there. So we'll, you know, wrap it up here. Good spot. Good as any, I guess. Alright, folks. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate the support across all platforms. Thank you very much. Me and Vaughn are bound out of this mess. Until next time, I hope you all have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. Please do take care, stay safe, and don't die. Remember that a challenge has been issued by the Eggman. And I will see you all next time. Peace.
Look at this dude.
Dylan! Son of a bitch.